You may notice that we're a bit overdressed.
Just a bit.
We are headed out to see the ultimate X and Z saga, the Star Wars prequel trilogy. So it's related to the Star Wars that I grew up with, and it is directly connected and is the movies you grew up with.
I grew up with all of this stuff. I grew up with Star Wars pretty much all my life thanks to this guy. And I had action figures growing up. I preferred them over Barbies. No hate to Barbie lovers though. I've loved Star Wars all of my life. You might be wondering why we are doing this specific excursion today.
That's right.
And it's because it's this guy's birthday.
That's right.
So we're watching Star Wars just to please him, to make his day.
Yes!
Because Star Wars is great.
Yes. I loved it since I was a kid. Still love it today. It always gets me going. John Williams music just brings me to the heavens, and it's just good and righteous and fun and for the whole family, and it's just a blast.
Good versus evil.
That's right. And I just wanted to enjoy the heck out of my birthday, and the very fact that they had this marathon go on my birthday, it was a great reason to get out of work early. And to dress how I normally dress, yeah,
in secret.
and just go see it. And I ignore the not so great Disney Star Wars, and I embrace the great to fair to middling to weird Star Wars that was originally came out, including the holiday special. Did I say that out loud?
You include the holiday stuff special?
I kind of have to because the animated Boba Fett. That was his first appearance.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
So-
that's the animated
All right,
part.
so we'll canonize just that part.
Just the
But yeah, we're headed down to Hollywood, California. We're at the El Capitan Theater. It's Disney's theater, and they are hosting a prequel trilogy marathon. Now, it started at 3 p.m. It is way past that because Phantom Menace.
We're mostly wanting to see Darth Maul.
Yeah.
We came for Darth Maul.
I mean, technically, it's all about the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, which is this weekend. It opens tomorrow, but tonight they have sneak previews. Spoiler if you haven't seen it, Anakin turns to... Never mind. We just want to thank you for watching our channel, and we hope that you have as much fun as we do. And if you don't have a chance to see it in the theater, which you should, you really should check out episode 3 because it is the best of the prequel trilogy. With that, we will see you in a bit. May the Force be with you.
Always.
Hey there. So we made it. We're right near where the Oscars are held. Star Wars won a lot of good awards way back in 1977, and mostly technical since then, but always pushing the envelope forward. This is the 50th year of Industrial Light and Magic, and they are still cranking out the hits. I got my lightsaber. I'm all set, and we are going to go over to the El Capitan Theater. Oh, yeah. There she is. Episode 3.
Really cool.
That's where we're headed. All right.
I'm too short for this camera.
All right. Just picking it up. Welcome to Hollywood. Yes. So we made it. Up there is the movie marquee. We're just going to go in and we're going to catch episode 1 midway through. Then we are going to just watch Star Wars all day because that's what I want to do for my birthday. So we'll get some pictures inside and invite you in. But yeah, we're going to have fun. So enjoy.
We just got absolutely rocked out of our world with that. That was so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
When we get home, I'm gonna start Duel.
You're gonna start dueling.
Yep, it's happening.
Oh yeah, we had just such an amazing time. Oh. You just, again, you forget how good Revenge of the Sith really is because it's been, oh.
This has been so long.
Oh, it's been 20 years. I can't believe it.
It's been so long.
So we got in.
That's a
We
reference.
kind of timed this so that we would get into Phantom Menace, just before Darth Maul, and it worked great. Like when we got in,
Perfect.
it was the last bit of stuff on Coruscant, and they were just about ready to go back to Naboo, and the epic battle and the fight and it's awesome, and just out of such
Darth Maul is just so freaking creepy cool.
Oh, that's just amazing. Whew. And then a very short break, and then they started Attack of the Clones, which I enjoy very much. I know that it gets a lot of flack, and deservedly so, for the cringy dialogue, the romance dialogue. But
Needed work.
But
hey.
the moment that Anakin finds his mom, that's when everything changes. That John Williams dueling violin score that shows his internal conflict, it just dials it up. And you just see this kind of epic, tragic trajectory. It's just astounding. I love it.
And I was a bit late to the party with this. About what was it? 20 years late? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
In figuring out that there was symbolism to Anakin having his arm cut off, and then the lava scene, that he was quite literally physically becoming less human.
Yeah.
And I found that interesting. I didn't notice that before, probably because I just grew up with it and I'm just like, wow, Star Wars. But now I can see some cool symbolism about it, so I'm appreciating it more.
Yeah, every time I see it, I see something new. There's a new character that you notice. There's a new moment, reaction, and seeing it on the big screen just elevates it. It's just so good. And so yeah, we watched episode 3, and it gets into the action right away. But then you're on this, like I said, trajectory toward what's going to happen to Anakin. And there's just these great moments, these beautiful moments. One of my favorites is this wordless scene where Anakin is in the Jedi Temple and Padme is in their apartment.
I was actually going to talk about that one too, because I that one affected me too.
Well, it's just the music carries it so well. They don't have to say anything. We're spared from more dialogue, and but it's just there's such a sense of longing and loss.
You can see almost like just a wordless conversation between them just by their looks, and it's just beautiful and sad.
It really is sad.
That section was about as perfect as it could get.
One of them that gets me, and I know it's on the nose dialogue, but in the moment it doesn't matter. It's when Natalie Portman's character Padme is on Mustafar, and she says the subtext as context, which is the last thing you should do with dialogue, but she says, "You're breaking my heart." And honestly, I believed her. It's true. It's like just saying it made it even worse. It's so.
Yeah.
He is breaking her heart. She doesn't know who he is anymore because he's chosen the dark side, and it just cuts her to the very core of her being.
Just being very clear. This is what you're doing to me.
And you're going on a path that I cannot follow. And all he is he's obsessed with power, and he's obsessed with Obi-Wan. And when he sees Obi-Wan, he lashes out at her.
That's beyond heartbreaking.
He's put together as Darth Vader, and he asks how Padme is, and the Emperor says to him, "In your anger, you killed her."
Yeah.
And he just can't wrap his mind around that. And then he does the overblown no, which I mocked less this time, but it's still overblown. But then the insidious thing that Darth Sidious did was he's just smiling and just enjoying him being in pain. Is so evil.
No.
Yeah, let's just give it up for Ian McDiarmid, who played Emperor Palpatine. I mean,
Seriously.
my God, he carried that movie. He's so good. It's just, so good, so good. But then of ties into the original trilogy, and the stakes are high, and it's just so amazing. We just loved it. But why does this movie connect with so many people? I mean, not only did George Lucas finally ramp up to give us the story that we've always wanted to see, but
what happened?
But yeah, it sets the stage, and it literally ends with hope. Because the next film is A New Hope. And what is that? It's these beautiful babies that are going to wind up
saving the universe
and changing the galaxy forever. And I was just, I was talking with Z about the reason these movies are so powerful. When they finally connect, when they're done just playing around and there's car chases and all the rest of that stuff, when it's done, it's because they're tapping into these mythic elements, these elemental ideas of good and evil, right and wrong, and that's why these stories have such power to them, because intrinsically we all know as people
that good and evil exists.
And connecting with our soul, when there's betrayal, when there's trust, when we're making choices that are leading us down a path, and that's universal. That connects with everyone. So yes, it's space battles and lightsabers and blasters and all that.
But it's more than that. I think the line that hit you was with Padme, but the line that hit me was with Obi-Wan when he said, "You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you."
Yeah.
And that's like very painful to say, that this person who just despises you, you have so much heart for, and they still hate you and you still love them. And that was just powerful. And there's a reason why we love good versus evil movies, because we want to see that justice, we want to see that power in people, and it gives us hope to go forward. It gives us a hope to actually be able to do the same in our lives, even if it's something small, to stand up when something's wrong.
It inspires heroism in us, that we would stand up, that we wouldn't just
stand by.
Stand by. We would be the Jedi warrior. We would be these kind of warrior priests, for lack of a better term, because your whole bent is to help others, and to be there for them and to defend them, and we need that in society. And so getting a movie like this that exemplifies those characteristics and reinforces them helps people in the culture, because you're being shown examples of why that's important.
Exactly.
And it's good for you, it's good for everyone, and we need more people like that. And how do we help encourage people to do that? By having stories that exemplify those ideals.
Exactly.
That's why movies like this last. That's why we go to them. That's why it's easy to find a community with fandom with these movies, because everybody gets that.
And I was watching it thinking, I want to be like that. That's literally the conclusion that I came to at the end. I was just like, I want to do that. I could do that, All these courageous things, you just stand up. You just stand up. That's all you need to do. And that's hard to do for a lot of people, but dang, does this movie give you the courage to do that?
We had a great movie buddy that we talked to for a while.
Oh yeah, he was fun. We got to nerd out with him. Yeah. Mostly him.
It was pretty great. Z got to get into a couple of lightsaber battles, which was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. I asked him, could we have a friendly duel? And he was like, all right. The lightsaber kept on going out though. But
I know.
That was fun.
It suffered some battle damage.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I always keep it pristine. But it's great. If you're not a Star Wars fan, well, shame on you. No. If you're not a Star Wars fan, you should give it a try. At very least,
give it a shot.
You could start with the originals, obviously, 4, 5, and 6. And then if you want, just go back to 3. Don't even worry about 1 and 2. It's all right. You can just go to 3. You'll get it. It's a strong enough connection. And then you can dip your toe kind of in the water back. And then maybe you can check out Rogue One. Maybe you can check out Andor after that. And I know that the streaming version of Episode 4, A New Hope, is the special edition with all the extra silliness.
I don't think too many people care about
I know, but for purists like me, it bugs me. But you will find, I mean, sorry, thank you. When George Lucas brought this movie out originally, it was a culture changer. The country kind of was depressed. There was not a lot of hopeful, escapist fun. And he made the movie for the kid and everyone. And he also made it as a way to teach these values in a fun and exciting way so people would want to be adventurous and want to be heroic. And it
worked.
It wound up spurring on the greatest season of movies in the modern era.
It certainly inspired me. I made a Star Wars character a while back. It's really fun.
And I played as Luke Skywalker ever since I was a boy. He's my favorite character in all of Star Wars. In the prequels, Obi-Wan is my favorite character because he is a straight arrow, always trying to do what's right. Sometimes he has to suffer loss because of that. He is true to the ideals of the Jedi. Yeah, he's just played by Ewan McGregor to perfection. Absolutely astounding. I just love it.
Try to guess my favorite character in the comments. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to try to figure it out.
I know this one, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad that you got a good birthday.
Yes, it was a great birthday. Yeah, just to do a Star Wars marathon, dressed up and with my nerds.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's like having my own private Star Wars convention with 300 of my closest friends I've never met until tonight, and it doesn't matter because we all love Star Wars. So
I haven't been talking as much because I know that I just want you to nerd out. I know you're having a great time, and I'd much rather you have that good time, you know?
But I'm so glad that you came because I really enjoy your company, and I know that you get different things out of it, and I love to hear your perspective. So that just makes me really happy.
I always have a lot of fun watching Star Wars. It's like a default.
What do you want to do?
Star Wars is just awesome.
I don't know.
Star Wars, you know? It's just gonna happen.
The story's last.
It really does. I mean, if we're still watching it today, it holds up. It very much holds up.
It does. And in not so many years from now, we will be celebrating the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, which is just mind-boggling to me. Yeah, well, that's a future adventure. But for right now, we're just going to
hope for more adventures from Star Wars.
Yeah. We're basking in the glow of this one. I want to thank George Lucas for pulling it out yet again and really making not just a crowd pleaser, but something that feels like it's an intrinsic part of the saga. John Williams, you have kissed and blessed every production you've been a part of, and
yeah, pretty much.
your music is a character, and it pulls the heartstrings, and you've got these themes that come out that remind you of, you know, emotional memories that you had, and everything just kind of comes together. It's just beautiful. It is yeah. So
it's so whimsical. That's about the best word I can come up with. It's just whimsical. Yes. Every single score that he makes is just like, you're in it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you can just listen to the music. You don't even have to watch the movie, and you're just, like, really in it, you know?
Yeah. And he comes from old school tradition, classically trained, knows all the ins and outs of the how and why, but then he uses music as a language, and he speaks to you through the music. And he embeds themes in it, and so good. So yeah, even if you don't like the movies, just listen to the soundtracks and you are carried away. And it's just gorgeous. Well, if you enjoyed our field trip and like our videos, we are very happy if you would like,
share,
and subscribe. Because
we want to make more of these.
We want to make more of these, and we want more people to just enjoy this and get the passion back and the inspiration.
And we want to work with more people. We want to see more people. We want to have more creatives around us.
So thank you.
I'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.